Yo, what up, what up, what up? You are now on with Controlled Chaos on iWatchRadio.com. I'm your boy Ball Game. I'm back. Last week I had a little mini vacation. We got Just Heat in the building.
Many,
we
many,
got
many.
we got Miss Hope Ross, the boss. She's gonna step in with us today. Before we get started, we would like to pay our respects to one of the icons in hip hop, R&B, Mr. Don Cornelius from Soul Train. So we just want to pay him some respect and prayers sent out to his family and friends.
Absolutely.
Also, we lost one of our very own today, Coach Charlie Spoonhauer. He passed away at the age of 72. Definitely a St. Louis legend.
Yes.
We definitely want to pay our respects to his family too as well.
Absolutely.
Friends and family.
Woo! On a lighter note,
Right.
we
That was
have
kind of sad.
Miss Hope Ross
The boss.
back in the building. She hasn't been on the show in a while, but she's back.
She's back.
Hope, for the people that have not seen you on the show, if you can just let them know a little bit of, what you do and who you are.
Tell us about you, Miss Hope. Well, I know about you.
I am Hope Ross. I am the owner and lead consultant of the Enrichment Lab. And the Enrichment Lab is a professional development company. Go into schools and companies to provide betterment strategies for employees and school districts who desire to be better. I provide betterment strategies so that they can teach our children better, our future better.
Absolutely.
That's
We had to sit at Miss Hope Ross's table a few times
Yeah,
when we
a
first
few
started off the
times.
show.
A few times. We had some emergency meetings and everything.
Oh, I neglected to say that I am their publicist.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Clients.
Absolutely.
And there just happen to be two of them.
Yeah, she helps bring balance between the heat and myself.
What you trying to say? Get to
I'm
the show
saying what
before
Controlled Chaos is saying. No, I'm just kidding.
Controlled chaos.
Stop it.
I
Control.
know.
Right. We need to get shirts that say that.
No.
But anyway, back to the subject. Who's raising your children? Is it the village? Is it the people at home? Is it the parents, or is it the neighborhood? Who are raising our children nowadays? That's our topic for tonight. Feel free to give us a call tonight if you have any questions or thoughts about the subject.
I'm sorry. I was trying to tell Hope to move her mic up a little bit. They said they couldn't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Well, when we were on, we have a Facebook group page. So before we get too deep in it, a few things. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/group/control chaos, spelled with K's, not C's. And also we just updated our internet page. I was going to say internet radio page, but internet page, our website, controlchaos.net, where you can go and check out all the archive shows. Typically I try to put them up after we air, but
Right after we air.
typically
And then we also have
sometimes I might fall
a
asleep.
YouTube. Right.
Yeah, but you can actually I linked the YouTube channel, which is Chaos Control with K's, onto our page. So our page is now like the one-stop shop. So you can just go there, see it all. Ms. Ross also has a kind of like a blog site on our page called The Wicked Pen. So you can go and get some information as far as what she does, and then just some betterment strategies and things of that nature. So she's on the page as well. But be sure to go on iWatchRadio.com and like it on Facebook. We're the first and only internet radio station to stream live right on Facebook. So on the group page today, I asked, what are some things that parents will say to children that serve as probably as like the biggest detriment?
Detriment to them.
Something that they like, well, hold on, like what are the worst things some parents can say? So I had them kind of break it down by girls, boys, and just unisex. So the main things I got for girls were parents calling them the B word.
Mm-hmm.
calling them ugly, fathers lying or mistreating their daughters, and then, women raising their daughters telling them that men ain't nothing,
Mm-hmm.
putting that mindset in
Putting that in their head.
their head. And then for boys, I got, parents telling them, you soft, you a punk, grow some balls, and again, mothers showing their sons the opposite of what a woman is growing up. And then for just kids, it was just like, you're dumb, you're stupid, shut the F up, laughing at your child when they're really trying to do something, telling them they were a mistake, you ain't ish, you too fat, you too skinny, comparing them with other siblings, and they're not going to be nothing. What are your guys' thoughts?
Well, I definitely think that all of those things are a detriment to any child or any human being, for that matter. Especially hearing it from your parents and at a young age. But I don't think there's any age that's appropriate for some of those comments, though. As a parent myself, I try not to say certain things at times, but like we were saying before, as a coach, I am guilty of, in the heat of the battle, saying certain things probably to children that I probably shouldn't say. But I guess it's kind of like an old school mentality for myself, thinking that it's just going to make them tougher, not thinking that some things could actually be a detriment to the child.
Do you think, what do you think before we get into that?
Well, for me, I think that I want to tell all parents and coaches to consider that you may break that child's spirit for life. That child has to love one day, he has to function as an adult one day, he has to function in society, he has to function at a job, and that putting them down, and first of all, is very inappropriate. And you shouldn't do things that you wouldn't want someone to do to you. So if you call them out of their name as the coach, what would you do if they said that back?
To me?
Because they're perfectly within their rights.
See, that's the thing. I mean, when do kids get so many rights? Like, when I was growing up, if an adult said something to me, whether it was a cuss word or whatever, or one of those statements or words that was on that list, I had to take it.
But it's inappropriate for a sport game. First of all, they're not being compensated for it. And
well, no, true, they're not being compensated.
You can get them to be better in so many other ways.
Well, you can. Like I said, I may have a old school mentality as far as saying things that I would think would motivate a child to, maybe play harder or give more effort.
I don't know
and
what you think they would play harder.
Well,
calling them out their name.
Because if a coach, it's not necessarily me calling them out their name.
Well,
I'm saying you're playing weak, okay? There's other words that I may use for weak.
Okay,
And
let's get everybody up to speed, because nobody knows the conversation that
Okay.
you guys are speaking of. They were talking about, we were talking about some of the names, and Don was asking the question of, is it the same effect, like if he coaches and he might say, use some harsh words to his
Right.
players, if he feels like, they're not giving it their all or they're not playing with some heart. So, I'm not going to say the word, but,
Right.
something to the effect of a little girl.
Right.
So we were just saying that it's the same effect. And I really don't want to get on the coaching part per se, because we have some other stuff coming up.
But if I can just interject just 1 second, what I want to explain to you is school is a safe haven for some children.
Mm-hmm.
They have been battered and abused. Their mom has gone. Their 88-year-old grandmother is raising them. They come to school because it's safe. They're going to eat. All of their friends are there.
Right.
So I just think that that's infecting that right or that comfort that they have, because of all of the places where they're put down in the neighborhood and all of that. When they come to school, that's the
Right.
place where you want to